Oh my gosh, wait, look at those barrels. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out podcast. I don't know why, but I feel like I can't film or record anything if I don't have something to drink. Let's be real, okay? Wellness can feel like a full-time job these days. Wellness is sort of starting to feel like a competitive sport, in my opinion. Between 5 a.m. wake-ups, lemon water rituals, and every TikTok yelling that you're just not doing enough, it's so easy to feel like you're failing at taking care of yourself. Wellness was never meant to be aesthetic or performative or this overwhelming to-do list, and if you don't comply, you're a bad person. So it's supposed to be personal and supportive and grounding, and that's sort of what I wanted to talk about today. So I've been passionate about wellness since I was young, not because it was trendy, but because I actually wanted to understand how to feel better in my own body, how to heal in a natural way, how to build habits that actually helped, not stressed me out. After I started posting about my own weight loss journey and me being honest about what actually helped me, I got the opportunity to actually share my story in a really popular wellness publication and contribute an article about my actual weight loss journey. Honestly, how crazy. I was so stoked. Not because of some I made it type of energy, because obviously I did make it, it's an article, but because it meant that I was helping someone else feel a little bit less alone in the mess of all of it, especially if you're someone that struggled with weight growing up as a kid and your weight fluctuated, or you just had a lot of self-doubt, or you just never felt good about yourself, you never felt enough. And to be able to share that in such a relatable, public way online, the way I did, and then get approached to actually contribute an article about my own journey for a magazine, I'm sorry, but that is crazy. Okay, and that is such a cool thing. And I was honestly so grateful. I was super grateful. That sparked my interest completely, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually maybe help someone who is struggling and show them that, hey, you can come out on the other side and it'll be fine. How crazy. So cool. I'm freaking out. That's the goal, isn't it? It's to share your story and hopefully help somebody else who went through the same thing or who is going through the same thing. And I think that's the power of being vulnerable sometimes and not really caring about what other people think. So in this episode, I'm breaking down a few wellness myths that might be making you feel like you're just not doing enough when really you're doing just fine. So let's make wellness feel like something real again, okay? Between the endless green powders, sunrise yoga, and TikToks telling you that if you don't meditate, journal, and drink lemon water before 6 a.m., you're doing it wrong, okay? It's a lot. It's just a lot. But here's the real thing. Wellness isn't performative. It's not curated. It's definitely not one size fits all, okay? So let's bust out. I don't know why I just said bust out. But basically, let's break down why you might be feeling like you're not doing enough when really you are doing just fine. Trust me. So the first myth is you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to be healthy. Sure. Okay, early mornings work for some people. It's nice to wake up early in the morning, okay? I'm an early bird sometimes. It's nice to wake up when everyone else is sleeping and you have a really good head start to your day and you just feel good. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not wired that way, that's okay. Productivity doesn't live exclusively in the AM. What matters more is creating a routine that feels supportive, not one that drains you before the day even starts, okay? Because sleep is sacred too. Your timeline is your own. And I think that's something you need to recognize and understand and be cool with. The next thing is you need some perfect morning routine. You don't need a Pinterest-worthy ritual to win the day. A routine that works for you might look like drinking water before coffee or stepping outside for a breath of fresh air or just giving yourself 10 minutes of quiet before diving into work. The magic is in the intention, not the aesthetic. Okay, so this one is something that a lot of people always try and boast about, but you don't need 15 supplements to feel good. Supplements can be healthy. I mean, I love a good sea moss gel, some vitamin B12. Sometimes what your body really needs is proper sleep, whole foods, hydration, and movement, and maybe some journaling, okay? Don't get distracted by shiny wellness marketing. The basics are still the most important and most powerful tools that you can have. And not all of us can literally afford to spend like thousands on supplements every month. Okay, sometimes you just have to really like step back and ask yourself, what do I really need? What can I source from food or from other daily habits in my life that aren't going to cost me a fortune, that are still going to help me? And that's something that I really found so interesting about the whole wellness space growing up, because I didn't need a lot of like supplements and stuff. I was more interested in how food, movement, and how just taking care of like your overall holistic life will make you feel so much better about yourself. I mean, we all know I love a good iced matcha, okay? I love a good viral smoothie. I mean, who would not want to try the Hailey Bieber smoothie? That's like, I think $22. But the thing is, you don't need to give in to like this whole wellness marketing, because it is so loud and it sometimes make you feel like you're just not doing enough and you're not doing the things, but you're actually doing perfectly fine. Just do what makes you happy and what's going to make you feel good at the end of the day, and block everything else out. The last thing is clean eating equals clean living. Let's stop moralizing food. Clean eating often leads to obsessive patterns, guilt, and a disconnection from your body's actual needs. Trust me, true wellness is flexible. It's about nourishment and enjoyment. Your worth isn't determined by your salad to cookie ratio. And the reason why I'm so passionate about wellness is because I used to have such a terrible relationship with food. I hated the way I looked. I was never the hottest girl in school. My weight would fluctuate and then people would comment. And I know maybe it wasn't in a negative or intentional way to make me feel bad about myself, but subconsciously you hold those comments, okay, and you end up treating your body terribly because of the way you feel based on comments that people say, and it's not fun, and it was terrible. Basically, what I wrote in that article was about the 5 things that truly helped me to lose weight, and it wasn't about fitting into a societal expectation. It was what was going to make me feel good about myself, and that included things like going vegetarian for 4 years, listening to how my body would respond to certain foods and then removing them if it wasn't making me feel that great. It was things like yoga and doing meditation and reading and just being a constant learner and being open to, just adapting and trying new things that was going to make me feel better about myself. And it was an ongoing process. It wasn't something that happened overnight. And I feel like there's such a negative misconception because people are like, oh my gosh, how many reps did you do in the gym? How many hours were you in the gym for to lose all of that weight? Or they're like, oh, were you on like a strict diet or something? And I'm like, no, I literally was not on a strict diet. I was just a vegetarian and I started taking care of my body slowly for myself. So that is why I really became so passionate about the whole wellness space from such a young age, because it was a way for me to learn and to actually understand how I can heal my body and feel good naturally and in a holistic way. And that's basically what I wrote in the article, and I hope that it helped someone who may have been struggling with their weight or about their body and how they feel, because body image issues is a real thing. I'm so grateful that at this age in my life I've become way more confident and comfortable in my skin, but growing up honestly sucked. It was just terrible, honestly. So yeah, I do not miss high school at all. So what does wellness look like? It looks like tuning more into your body, choosing rest when you're tired, moving your body because it feels good, not as some punishment, and eating foods that energize you, not restrict you, and letting go of the pressure to fit into someone else's version of healthy. So my whole thing when it comes to like healthy food is my first choice and my first preference is always something healthier. Like I would rather choose a salad or like an overpriced Kauai wrap over like McDonald's, for example. I'm not saying that I don't like McDonald's. Love Burger King, love fast food, love pizza, love all of that. But I do gravitate more towards a smoothie or a green juice or I don't know, like just something healthier, because I know that it's going to make me feel good afterwards. But the thing that I've learned over time, and the trick to having a better relationship with food, is not restricting yourself and having those days where you have some chocolate or you go and grab an ice cream and you enjoy yourself, okay? Because in the week, you're at the gym, you're working out, you're doing the things, you're sticking to your habits. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself at the end of the week or on the weekend. So that's my thing. Like, life should be about balance. I'm still trying to figure out the whole balance thing because I'm either on the one extreme or the next. But basically, when it comes to eating and taking care of yourself, it's important to have good balance. Go check out thewordmethod.com. It's my blog. It's basically the no BS guide to living life well, but not perfect. Okay, so check it out. I write articles every single week on them and they're pretty cool. Okay, go check them out. Have an amazing week. I love you and